Peace, y'all. Let's get some messages from the divine. Let's see what the Most High is saying. So we got the Five of Swords energy here with the Sun card. So something's been exposed and someone's mad about it. This is someone who's they're not feeling at their best. They're acting as if everything is okay. But, you know, what I'm seeing here is like, you don't care about this person is what I'm getting. And with the badass being full of life, love, and possibilities is you remaining to stand tall on your pedestal. You're continuing to keep control of your life. With the Moon card, I feel like you're just in a very peaceful state, and there could be people who are stressing out about this. Definitely people stressing, don't like what's going on possibly. And with the Ace of Cups, this is someone who's stressing because they really want to give you an opportunity. They really want to be in your life. And they find you to be someone they're mesmerized by. This is someone that really likes you. But I feel like you've been left out in the cold a few times from this person. And they could be, okay, so if that's not the case, someone could be trying to figure out how to regain their strength back. So someone's working on healing. Someone's working on healing and becoming their best self. Someone's pouring into themselves. They're mad about what happened and they're feeling left out in the cold. And they're reminding themselves of what they need to do next. They're trying to make the best choices in their life. And so, with the Three of Pentacles, this is a person who doesn't want to work with some people that are a man possibly. So this is a fire sign man that someone's not wanting to deal with. So we got the King of Wands and the Empress. So I'm seeing here that someone's upset because you're demanding that a cycle be closed out. So this is like a swift action that you're taking. With the Ace of Swords, you already gotten your clarity and you putting your back against this person. And someone could be angry about it. Someone's not liking it, okay? And it's causing a lot of heartbreak because someone's wanting to be intimate with you. And you're not allowing this to happen, all right? We're at this position in our life where we're protecting our love for ourselves, okay? So we got the Ace of Cups with the Six of Swords here. And this is you moving on. You could be sad because you were intimate with someone and you feel like something is over. It's like someone played you and now moving on. Someone's taken a piece of you that you don't like. And so now you're feeling disturbed by this because you're actually trying to like work on yourself, but on your mind, like it's like someone's did something to you that you're not liking. All right. So we got the two of Cups, the Moon card. And, you know, this is someone who's secretly wanting to be connected to you. With the Page of Pentacles, they're wanting to befriend you. And with the Eight of Swords, like someone's wanting to communicate with you, but they don't know how. The Knight of Wands is, let's see, what's this? This is a person that has to know that their option with you dealing with them is over. So maybe someone sees you as very loving or something. They're wanting to connect with you on an intimate level, but with the Ace of Wands in the reversal, this person has to put down their desire for you. You're not wanting to be around this person, and this person is learning this, seriously learning this, because you like really want to remain in your peace. You know, you are on your pedestal at this time. If you're not, this is where you're trying to get to, where you're learning lessons to heal yourself. So you're taking heed of knowledge at this time, and this is rising you up to be able to stand taller, stick your chest out, and put your head up. Never walk with your head down, okay? I don't care how depressed you are. Always walk with your head up. Even if you don't feel confident, you look up anyway, okay? So there are some lessons that you are fully aware of that you need to learn. These lessons are going to cause you to invest in yourself. It's going to cause you to have a brighter day, a new beginning, where you're going to be gaining more. It's like you're gaining more clarity. You got a deeper thought, okay? A deeper thought when it comes to you being free in your life. Like you done put down a huge weight that you've been carrying because you got a deeper perspective of something. You got deeper clarity. The Fool card here is causing you to say, you know what? I can be happy too. And you will be. You are. Okay? This is what you're fighting for. Not anyone else. You're fighting for yourself. That's what I see. Okay? And so what I'm seeing here is like you're choosing you now. Yeah, you're choosing you. And you're making clear decisions on choosing yourself. Calling your power back. All right? So with the Two of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles, you're not letting anyone in. Two of Swords is someone being blocked out of your life. They trying to think on how to get in. They're willing to fight their way in. But you already released that burden. You already know that's not happening. Someone's still holding on to you. But, you know, it's someone from your past. They want to come in. They want to balance things. Nine of Cups here. We got the Judgment card. The Four of Swords. The Chariot card. Someone's thinking like you're in this energy of freedom. Like it's hard for this person to watch you. Yeah, they're watching you. They're trying to manifest you. They're trying to get you in your emotions. They're wanting you to be in that innocent energy. Remember, being innocent, you can play innocent but never be innocent. You can look innocent. You can play innocent, but never be innocent. Never be naive. Okay? Because this is naivety too. Like maybe you could be a little naive. Spirit is like someone's wanting to play on your naivety. Okay? So when it comes to you being naive, that's a dead and stinking situation. You're no longer dead. You're no longer deceived by being naive, by being too kind and nice. No, we're not doing that shit. All right. It's time to work on yourself. You know, you got the Judgment card because you're judging people more often and you are guided by God to do this. You know, you being more critical when it comes to your peace. You know, so we got the Mason's card here. These are people who are losing power over you because they need to find a new position. And they watching to see if the magic is working, but they're too weak now because the magic ain't working on you. Yeah, the magic is not working. They're trying to they got to walk away. They definitely got to walk away, but they're trying to walk towards you again. Someone from the past. They have some sort of codependency on you. So with the Devil card and the Three of Cups, could be rooted on by an earth sign man who's hurting. Could be getting support from his earth sign man because things aren't going their way. So I just see you taking charge. All right. Don't forget, you freed yourself from this person and you've healed, or you are healing. It's time to work on the word no, because someone's definitely wanting to give you an opportunity. Are you going to accept it, or are you going to heal? Because this is a new opportunity to heal and to protect your spirit from negativity, where you're closing out cycles for good. You already won this level, you going up to another level now, because we're no longer accepting the past. Is over. You've already gotten clarity, and you're making decisions that will cause you to break a cycle, meaning cord cutting. When you spiritually do cord cutting, that's good, but you also have to do the work when it comes to not answering, blocking, blockation, deletation. I had a video on my old channel. Anyway, it was called blockation. But yeah, you're done. So you've completed this cycle successfully. Now you're moving on up. Okay? God's gonna give you a new lesson, and it's gonna be someone who wants to be intimate with you again. This is a person, you're gonna win this cycle too, because that cycle's closed out. Yeah, you're definitely winning, because you're not doing that shit. I just see you working on yourself, focusing on you, loving yourself, honoring thyself, worshiping thyself, all of those things, all of the above. Good job. Even eating healthy, that's your justice. You know, I gotta start eating healthy. That's my next goal. I was a pescatarian for 2 years, and I started dealing with this guy, and it's no excuses, but honestly, I started dealing with this guy who ate meat, and he started convincing me to eat meat. And you know, he cooked chicken, and I started eating the chicken. It was so good. See, this is where you have to have boundaries. You have to know how to say no, because then you start following other people's schedules, their routine, and you lose yourself through that. Then you get mad at other people for saying, damn, I'm mad at him. No, be mad at yourself. It's time for you to take accountability. Like I had to take accountability. Like, dang, like I was dealing with someone who didn't care about my well-being. They were actually influencing me to eat meat. But again, I ate the meat. I ate the meat. And so that's why I eat meat to this day. But I want to like get on that regimen again once my money get a little better. I want to start eating more healthier. So with that said, stop being mad at other people for you making your own wrong decisions. Okay? Stop being mad at people who cut you off. You know what you did. You know why you're cut off. You know why you can't come back in that person's life. And for you to think that you are you could have easy access to someone in their life after you done betrayed them 1,000,000 times and stabbed them in the back, you got another thing coming. If you think someone's going to sit here, keep learning cycles with your ass. The cycle is closed, okay? Know that. Understand it. Recognize, analyze, and apologize to yourself, because it's over, all right? So with that said, you're going up another level. This is causing you to continue to sit on your pedestal, continuing to be your best self. And with that said, there are people who don't like this. And the only people that don't like it are the people who want to remain in power over you. People who want a certain leverage over you. These are people who want to tie themselves to you because they've not done the work. Or they're not deciding to do the work. Spirit is telling them to do the work too, like you did, or like you're doing. You're on a road to becoming your best self, and you're going to be getting justice from these demonic entities. Now, if that's not the case, then I'm also seeing that God is blessing you with the lower aspects of life, financial stability. All right, so if that's what you're wanting, you're going to be really in your Empress energy. Listen, we're growing to be the Empress, the Empresses, and the Emperors. What is a true Empress? Start studying what a true Empress is, because just because you come out as an Empress, you always got to clarify the cards aligned with the Empress. You always got to clarify the cards aligned with the Emperor, because the Emperor can come out along with the 5 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, the conniving energy with the Devil card attached to it. So it always has to be aligned with with some sort of positivity. And even though the devil may be attached to this, we got the Six of Wands here. This is you gaining victory when it comes to the lower aspects of life. So you've already become the Empress. If not, this is what you're working on. So inward work, okay? Not outside, not how you look outside, not how pretty you are, not how pretty your makeup is. We're talking about inner work, okay? So with that said, like, you've done inner work, or you're doing inner work on yourself to embody the energy of the Empress. It's not doing spell work to act like you're the Empress. Like, spell is no spell work. Like, you can do self-love work. You know, you could do a jar spell on self-love and burn candles. It would be like a reminder to always choose you. But you really have to do the inner work. This is because there are people that are around you that want to put you in different directions in your life. And you're going to have to choose the right road to go down. So remain in control of your life. Yeah, so call your power back. I have a video on TikTok. If you scroll down real good, you would see this video. It's called I don't even know what it's called. It's called I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. So this is a good video to gain some clarity on who you are. Hold on, let me show you. So it starts with I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. So this is a good video for people who are on a journey to becoming their best self. It's a really good series.
All right, so the
on TikTok.
download I received is girls just want to have fun. And so I want to find out why we received that song. So the very first card we received is the flexor, the mirror.
It's a really good video, and it will assist you on becoming your best self. I got a lot of good videos on TikTok. The channel is called The Grounded Garden. The one is this here. So wait, I don't know if you can see it because the screen may be dirty. One moment. Yeah, so it's called The Grounded Garden. It's still coming out unclear. But yeah, that's the channel. If you look on there, you will see, like, I do a lot of song introductions on there. It's a really good video, but what I'm seeing here is like someone's going to be working on becoming the Empress, and you're going to be doing a lot of inner work. Remember to study who the Empress is, what the Empress represents, and how you can embody the power of the Empress internally, okay? And then, you know, what I feel like is, even though, like, my money may not be where I want it to be, what I do notice is that I've embodied the character of the Empress as, you know, what she represents as love, abundance, because your abundance comes from within. It's like having love for self, integrity. You're able to manifest and build. Hold on. So the Empress represents not chasing, okay? You're not chasing. You are in a energy of receiving. You attract, okay? You trust yourself because your trust doesn't come from people. You already expect, you don't expect nothing from nobody. You always want to put that expectation within yourself. So trust that what is meant to be is for you, and it comes in divine timing. It's not when you want it. It's when the Most High is going to give you whatever you deserve. It's also having a deeper connection with the divine. You move with the flow of life, not against it, okay? So we're not forcing relationships. We're not forcing things to happen. We're always allowing. Your inner mantra is, I allow life to unfold through me. So the Empress nurtures herself and others without control or ego. Her love isn't transactional. It's sacred, patient, and healing. She embodies safe, material energy, whether as a parent or as someone who holds emotional space. the inner mantra for that is, I offer love that frees. I'm sorry. I offer love that frees, not love that binds. I represent someone who loves unconditionally. It's never a problem for me to love people unconditionally. Even people that have hurt me, I love. But, it comes with boundaries. And so you have to learn what that is for you. So, your creative power. So it's not just about motherhood or literal fertility. It's about birthing ideas, visions, arts, and healing. Her creativity flows from alignment with her emotions and her intuition. You understand that creation is sacred and doesn't need to be rushed, okay? So your inner mantra is, I create in harmony with the spirit. And then the Empress is deeply connected to nature and the body. So your inner world is rooted in peace, sensual presence, and self-trust. So you trust yourself. You trust your decisions in your life because you know that the decisions that you're making is always going to be in alignment with the Most High. No one's perfect. Sometimes we do make the wrong decisions, but it doesn't make us fall all over the place and give up. You get back on your high horse and you continue to move forward. So she grounds herself in the now, not caught in chaos or overthinking. So your inner mantra is, I am rooted in the present and bloom from within. So you're always growing. You have an abundance mindset, okay? I don't care how hard it is for you. You still create because things are being manifested in the spiritual world. It doesn't mean that it's not coming down in the physical. Eventually it will come down when you step into alignment with that energy. So this is how you create. So you operate from a belief that there is enough. When people are in scarcity tactics, when people are afraid that, it's not enough, then they go after what other people have instead of going with the flow of life and learning that everyone has enough. It's enough for everybody. God has never said it's only for you and you. No, if you do the work, if you align your spirit with the Most High, God, Jesus, you will get what you deserve, period. And that's what I don't count on men. I don't do that no more. I used to do it. I used to count on people to help me. At this point, I only trust in God. Okay, that's it. So, you don't live in fear when you the Empress or loss or competition. You're never in competition with other people. Your inner abundance radiates outwardly, okay? So even if you may have $2 in your bank account, you always will have expansion in your life because you're in the flow of life. You're in the flow of God, and God is never going to leave you astray. God's always going to protect and provide. This is what you have to know. This is what you have to believe. This is how you have faith in God. You got to have so much faith in the Most High God that no one else can tell you any different. So your inner mantra is, I am a magnet for what nourishes my soul. So your feminine magnetism isn't about physical beauty. So just because you're beautiful doesn't mean that you are the Empress. It's the inner glow that comes from self-worth, softness, and presence. So you embody sensuality without shame, knowing it's a given gift. And your inner mantra is, I am worthy, I am radiant and whole. So divine intuition, you always are connected to your higher crown chakra, okay? Your intuition, your third eye. So the Empress listens to her inner voice. She trusts the emotional intelligence and doesn't second guess her soul nudges. Her intuition is tied to the rhythms of the earth, body, and heart. Inner mantra, my intuition leads me to truth. Your shadow work of the Empress. To fully embody her, you have to do so it's about overgiving, so it says overgiving or mothering out of obligation. So this is like, if you're overgiving, then you gotta come out of that. If you lack in boundaries, always saying yes, then you have to come out of that too. Disguised as nurturing, like lacking boundaries disguised as nurturing, that is not an Empress energy. This disconnection from your body or femininity, you always want to be in, you always want to have femininity, we get lazy at times, but at the end of the day, when you are around a man, you want to always be feminine. Not even around that, like at home too, but sometimes you have your days. Fear of receiving or feeling unworthy is something that needs to be worked on. The Empress on a spiritual level, so integrates divine feminine energy, heal inner child wounds through self-love. Step into your power as a creator, not a chaser. Ground your healing in the present moment in the body. All right, so that is how you embody this energy of the Empress. Okay, if this is where you're wanting, this is like the highest level to being in your divinity, to being in your full power, and making people lose their positions of control in your life. So for Emperor energy, embodying Emperor attributes of the energy is inner stability and discipline. So a man who has discipline, who is secure, who's grounded and emotionally mature is a person who represents the Emperor. He knows who he is and acts with intention, not impulse. He sets healthy limits for himself and others, rooted in self-respect. And his inner mantra would be, I lead myself before I lead others. So this is a person who's not all about controlling others. He's about controlling and disciplining himself. Okay, so he provides structure for dreams and visions to thrive. The Emperor is the guardian of what matters. So not with force, but with presence and strength. He creates safety emotionally, spiritually, even physically, for others to unfold. His inner mantra is, I protect without control. I build from integrity. So purpose-driven leadership is true Emperor energy is not about power over others, but responsibility of his path and mission. He leads with clarity and accountability, not ego. He inspires others by being anchored and authentic, not by domination. His inner mantra for purpose-driven leadership is, I lead with purpose, not pride, not ego. Wisdom through experience. So the Emperor's strength is earned, not inherited. Okay, his inner power comes from lessons learned, mistakes, failures, and transformation. He is humble enough to reflect and wise enough to guide, and he also holds himself accountable. An inner mantra for that is, my past shaped me, my wisdom leads me. Emotional control, not repression. So he doesn't let emotions run wild, but he also doesn't bury them. His strength lies in emotional maturity, not emotional suppression. He holds space for emotions but chooses aligned action. Inner mantra, I feel deeply and act wisely. Confirmation. So then we have provider energy, not savior complex. So he gives without expecting to be worshipped or needed. The Emperor provides resources, energy, and direction, but doesn't rescue others from their growth. Inner mantra is, I support without enabling. His shadow aspects are unbalanced, like the unbalanced parts that are needing to be grounded are control issues. Someone who has to be in power over others. They don't hold themselves accountable. They need to dominate. They have emotional detachment or are very rigid people. Emotional. They are over identification with status or achievement. So who they are represents themselves wholly. Not nothing inwardly. They're hollow and shallow on the inside, but have everything, all their achievements make them who they are, and no one cares about that shit. So fear of vulnerability or softness. This is a person who is authoritarian. So he has authoritarian tendencies masked as leadership. The Emperor on a spiritual journey on a healing or awakening path represents inner authority, trusting your own decisions, and instead of needing external validation. So, some people, they need external validation from people. They have issues with codependency. The embodiment of divine masculine grounded action, integrity, protection, and purpose, balancing with the Empress. So together they represent sacred union, the merging of intuition, the Empress with action, confirmation, Emperor with softness, with strength. Okay, so if you're being called into the Emperor energy, step into responsibility, accountability for your life, your path, and your choices. Create structure that supports your healing and growth. Take empowered action without needing to control others. And embrace healthy masculinity, even if wounded masculine patterns were modeled to you. So also, if you have gone through betrayal, you don't take that out on others. You heal that energy. Okay, so your power isn't in what has happened to you to bring others down. It's to heal whatever's happened to you, so that you can embody that real emperor energy. Everybody is, just because you're a man doesn't mean that you're an emperor, and just because you're a mother or just because you're a mother doesn't mean that you're an empress. You have to actually embody the energies of these two. Of the Empress. So yeah, that's what I got for you. With that said, you are on a healing journey, and you may be feeling at your lowest, but I do see that you are working on yourself, and sometimes you have to go through rock bottom in order to be heal. And so with that said, like, you may be a mother with a child, but yeah, you may be around toxic friends. Like, Spirit is telling you to check your circles and come out of this negative energy. 5 of Swords, always want to win at all costs. You are far away from Emperor or Empress energy. When in that energy, Spirit is wanting you to really like embody that femininity or the masculine energy of the Emperor. Anyway, I hope this. Oh wait, let me pull one card from the African Goddess deck. Give me one last card, ancestors. We got shame and we got grief. So someone's going through grief. Someone's feeling ashamed right now, but you're gonna heal. All right. So it says, give Spirit your grief, bawl it out, wail it out, cry it out, sob, shriek, shed tears, surrender it. You are holding unprocessed grief. You want to skip over it and get back to normal, but grief doesn't go away because you ignore it. The only way to healing is to walk through it. Losing a loved one is the ultimate heartbreak, but you also experience grief after breakups, job loss, and disappointments. Self-love and self-care are required. Ask for support. Be gentle with yourself. Goddess declaration. I am supported by my loved ones, those who are seen and those who are unseen. So maybe you've lost a loved one. I'm sending my condolences to you, my love. I hope that things get better for you. We got shame here. So it says, you are beautiful and loved. Every part of you and your journey is beautiful. Even the ugliest moments. You have a heart, soul, and breath that makes you beautiful. You are secretly scared that you are not enough. Shame is lying to you. You are not broken, unlovable, ugly, or unworthy. Shame keeps you small, hiding. Accept yourself now. You are bright. You are a bright light. Allow yourself to see who you really are. You are doing the very best you can. You are lovable and you are complete. Goddess declaration. I am protected. You are protected. You are loved. You are beautiful and you deserve everything. You deserve everything. You are worthy. I'm going to speak into you. All right. Let's get a message from the divine. Let's see what God has to say. Most High God, please speak to this person. What do they need to hear at this time? Give this person a soft message of whatever they're needing to hear. And thank you. All right, so we got Ezekiel 33 and 14. Okay, so the message is if I say to the wicked, you will surely die, but they turn from their sin and do what is just and right. Simple explanation. God is saying if someone is doing wrong and I warn them, but they change their ways and start doing good, then I'll show them mercy. It's about second chances. God gives people room to repent, grow, and avoid consequences by choosing the right path. So Ezekiel 34 and 19, that's this page here. It's saying, must my flock eat what you have trampled and drink what you have mudded with your feet? God is talking to corrupt leaders and says, why are you ruining things for everyone else? The people are being forced to deal with the mess you made. It's a rebuke of selfishness and leadership. Those in power were abusing their position, taking the best for themselves and leaving the people with leftovers and destruction. Big picture message is these two verses together send a message about personal responsibility. You can change and be forgiven if you turn from wrongdoing. Leadership accountability. People in power must stop hurting others through selfishness and actions. Ezekiel 33 and 14 speak to power of choice and transformation. You can rewrite your path through inner work. So Ezekiel 34 and 19 confirmation calls out those who pollute spiritual spaces or relationships, harming others. Spirit is clearing karmic energy and restoring justice in healing or collective energy. This reflects people waking up and changing their lives. Toxic energies, karmic false leaders, manipulators being exposed or removed. A call to clean up your part and not just follow what others are doing. With that said, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your night. And I will talk to you all soon. Thank you. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, do all those things. Give a sister some love. All right. Peace and love, guys.